Hi, Soot.
Hi, Ash. Happy Thanksgiving belated.
I know. Full of turkey. Still eating it.
Yes, and ham too.
Oh, you
Yeah,
had
we did ham.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, we did turkey, Cornish hens,
Mm.
2 types of stuffing,
That sounds
mashed
good.
potatoes. I ate too much.
We had sweet potato casserole too. And deviled eggs.
I just ran out of stuff to make. The only thing our son asked for, what, Mom, no apple pie? This was last year. I haven't heard the end of it until this year. So I made him his apple pie. Folks, this is how we get. I'm Ash,
And I'm Soot.
and we are part of Turning Point Healing Retreat Center, and we're doing an oars program forever. We're always in the water with oars.
Yes, always trying to row our boat.
Yes, we do not want to tip it over. And the oars program started a few years ago,
Yes,
and it was seminars, but it works in every situation in life.
it really does.
It does. And I've found that I've learned from myself sometimes. Isn't that kind of tricky? You can learn from yourself because you've stuck your foot in your mouth so many times that after a while both feet you fall down and you know what happens then. So, oars. The O is?
Observation, observe,
The A is to,
assess,
and the R,
react, which I usually do first.
yeah, we don't want to do that first, because then you're in the water without your oars,
You
for
are.
sure. Yes, and the S stands for any situation. It could be for scams,
Scams.
self-defense, your surroundings, anything that you are involved in life, and I've discovered that that's a good observation. As much as I love my son, and he's a very good cook, my oars with him when he cooks is that don't go after behind him because he'll make more of a mess.
Okay.
Just wait until it ends. Observe the mess, assess the mess, react later.
Very good. Well, and that's kind of how we started this because we were on the soccer field, I guess, watching and helping out with the youth and stuff, and then we started talking, and we
discovered
Ash here started, telling, that's what you need. You need to oars, and I'm like, row my boat.
Like,
And then she started explaining that in every situation, which is true, before you react, you should observe it, you should assess it, then you react. And that goes for every walk of life. I mean, that goes with relationships.
yes.
That goes with your job. That goes with, even now as I'm Christmas shopping, I'm observing and I'm assessing and then I'm reacting and going, oh no, don't need to put that
Don't
back.
need that one, but and it does, and it works well. And how we got together is our observation of our son's behaviors,
Yes.
and we assessed that behavior. And our reaction was a letter to Santa Claus.
Yes. Both of our sons are much older now. But
Oh yeah,
we
they're
were,
wonderful children now.
Yes.
Great adults.
But when they were younger, we did write letters to Santa Claus to make sure Santa knew that a chunk of coal would probably be a good idea this year.
That's right.
And we've not found very many parents that actually did
Do
that.
that. But that was always the threat when we were kids.
Yes.
If you don't behave all year long, you're going to get a bag of coal.
And my dad always said, don't threaten, you got to follow through.
You always have to follow. You don't have to do it once. If you don't like it, too bad.
And lo and behold, my son did wind up with a chunk of coal one Christmas.
Santa Claus delivered them.
He delivered the coal, yes.
At my house too.
So, yes, so Santa is real. He follows through.
He does.
So we learned that, we shared some things in common and we had some common views, and then the things that we maybe don't agree on and stuff too, it made it interesting because now we can bounce it back and forth and each one of us can go, okay, well that's interesting.
And we observe, assess, and react to each other's comments and think about that. Yeah, let me think about that. Let me ruminate that around in the back of my old mind and see what comes out, And we did. We have a lot of fun with that.
We do. And this is my Italian friend, and she makes me laugh so much. So, and you're going to love her. She has stories and humor, and we just bounce stuff back off.
We do.
And, but we want to help everybody.
It is. And when you look at any situation, even funny ones, and goodness knows I've done some funny things in my life. Skiing down a hill. I did an oars one time skiing. We're on Gore Mountain. This is upstate New York. For those of you who know upstate New York, it's owned by the state, at least it was. Beautiful ski slope, right? And then one region's called Sunway. And it comes whipping down, and in the middle, there's a patch of ice. I observed it. I assessed it. And I also observed my husband going on the right side where it was snowy. And I'm like, ice in the middle, assessment reaction. Can't go right, he's going, I will go left. I went left, all right. Disappeared out of sight. Whoosh. My husband's going, where are you? He's calling my name. I got my ski pole, and I'm like, here I am. Here I am. It was really funny. It was one of those things you see in a cartoon. It's like a Far Side. She went way Far Side. So I did do the proper situation. I observed, I assessed, I reacted, sunk down.
And that's what happens. Sometimes you still don't always make the right choice.
Exactly.
Correct?
Exactly.
But at least
I did the right.
Exactly.
The
But
right
at least
pattern.
you didn't go through the ice, right? Because that could have been a lot worse.
Ooh, yes. I've gone down part of Gore Mountain, and it was sharp ice, and just sort of spun and saw that tree coming. I'm like, no way. Stop now. And God said, okay, you can stop. You don't want to be an ornament on that tree. But yes.
And see, my husband, he is a good one at, observing and assessing and everything. I try to, but I usually start at the end. I react, and then I assess what I've reacted to, and then I observe the fallout from the reaction and the assessment.
Yeah, but you learn from it.
I do, but I am trying to get better at that.
Get as old as I am, you will.
Well, because
I have a lot of time on my hands, and not anymore, but I don't get paid for a lot of stuff, but it's fun, And on serious nature, anything involving our children,
yes,
our families, the upcoming, the upcoming, and we were talking about Operation Surprise.
Yes.
To those who are shut in, and Providence, God works in His ways. I was talking to a gentleman from a church in South Hill, and we have common experiences. And there's a woman who came from California with nothing. And the bottom line is he was trying to find a place for her to stay temporarily. And I'm observing, assessing, reacting to the situation. And I'm always a very cautious person, okay? And that's my self-defense background, because your husband would be the same way. I want to get more, I want to see the person, I want to react that way. But social services is available for situations like that. And that's what I observed, assessed, and reacted, and said, that may be an avenue to go.
That's a good idea.
And we have, every county has that. And it's a good avenue to look into, even if it's a temporary, just someplace. You go to them to have that one thing that they can help, just maybe for overnight. And I have to call them back later and see what happened, because it's kind of hard. You have to be wary.
You do.
But in the meantime, you have to care.
Yes.
And any little thing that you can do to help somebody, to make them feel a little bit better.
Yes.
I have a friend who's been having some issues in health, and much better.
Good.
And I thought, I was bipping around. I thought maybe I'll just stop and see if she wants to go to lunch. Well, she couldn't. But I said, she looks so good. And I just sat and talked with her for maybe 10 minutes. And that's all you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be also cautious because some people want to keep their privacy.
Yes.
And I've come across that too. And you can only observe, assess, and react to their situation, to what they want and their needs.
Exactly.
And
that was one of the reasons we started at this time of year, because we were really thinking about people that this time of year kind of get overlooked because we get so busy that you're not thinking about, well, that person doesn't get to do this, or that person may not have someone to really visit or do.
Send a card if you know someone.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think of the assess and reacted to myself. I think what I'll do is, I know somebody who's ill and they just want their privacy, but you know what? I can interrupt with a card.
Yeah, and that
I can
sometimes
interrupt.
is all they want.
I can interrupt and say, thinking of you, and that's all you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to barge in on them, because I would not want somebody to barge in on me when I'm sick. You don't want to look at me when I'm sick. See this hair? My sister used to call me wedgehead because the waves go up in the middle. So you don't want to visit me when I'm...
So this is just a brief introduction. So we're Ash and Soot, and not because of our hair color. Although it kind of is working out that way. We just wanted to pop on and let everybody know that, this is what our channel is going to be about, or this is what we're about. We have an email address at ashtosoot@gmail.com. If anybody has questions, or if there's a topic that you would like us to discuss, because we are not shy about discussing.
No, just about anything. I have my unabridged dictionary, so in doubt, we'll just look the words up.
And let me tell you, this weighs about 30 or 40 pounds. It is huge. So if we don't know a word, we'll find it. And
Doubles as a seat for the
And
grandkids.
trust me, she's going to have a story. I promise, or else she's going to know somebody.
I'll just call my sister. I know she'll have a story too. One in our family will have a story. Those Italian families.
Hopefully we'll have maybe some talk on food and health and relationships and community. And
I forgot your chestnuts.
that's okay.
Next time.
It's kind of warm right now for chestnuts. I think of chestnuts when it's cool, don't you?
Yeah, but I microwave them, so.
Would disappoint me. I keep thinking they're going to be over a roasted fire.
Well, we have a microwave down the hall. I've already checked.
Do I have to crack them?
No, they're all cleaned. I've done everything.
I've never had a
The only thing I
chestnut.
haven't done is pre-chewed them.
So they're not roasted and they're not pre-chewed. Woo! I'm gonna be good.
But they're nooch. And they're very good for you.
All right, folks. So, like I said, this is us.
Yes.
And we hope that you will join us on our journey and, look out for us on YouTube, okay? And we thank you so much for checking us out.
Ours or us.
Ours or us.
Ash and Soot. Diamonds in the rough.